The Philippines is rich in culture mainly because of its many occupants all throughout history. Along with its numerous influences comes countless literary works from Filipino geniuses to aspiring writers. First, the pre-colonial era. We have NOLI and El Filibusterismo, which are novels written by Dr. Jose P. Rizal. It tells us about the lives of several different characters. These characters are also a symbolization of the populace in the Philippines during the Spanish occupation. Each main character introduced in the novels represents a certain group in the Philippines. It is also a form of revolt by Dr. Rizal to give the Filipinos a small push to start fighting for their rights and for their country. Moving on, we have Francisco Balagtas Baltasar, who was a prominent Filipino poet under Spanish era. One of his pieces is Florante at Lara. This epic poem is literally about love, heroism, adventure, and victory. The story revolves around a prince from the kingdom of Albania and his princess. It is about saving lives of their loved ones by means of putting themselves in danger. But of course, it ended with a happily ever after. Next is Juan Abad, who was a Filipino printer turned playwright and journalist whose main contribution to Filipino theater was his patriotic plays. Panikalang Ginto is a Zarzuela that was written by Juan Abad Domingo. The theme of this drama can be identified straight from the title itself, Panikalang Ginto. It's about the sugar-coated oppression that the Americans are doing to us. The play uncovers the truth behind the American occupation. It tells us about the Americans' ploy to try to win our trust through education and other gifts that they bring into our country. It also tells us about the Americans' rise to power in our country. The Americans, after gaining our trust, gets to do whatever they want for their own gain. Of course, we have Benvenido Santos, who was a Filipino-American fictionist, poet, and non-fiction writer under the Japanese era. One of his pieces was March of Death. The theme of this poem is very nostalgic. It was written while the narrator himself was out of the Philippines. It shows his longing of going back home and how he sympathized for his long-lost friend who suffered pain and tragedies in our country during the Japanese era. Lastly, in contemporary era, we have Lualhati Bautista, who is one of the foremost Filipino female novelists in the history of contemporary Philippine literature. If you're familiar with her novels such as Dekada 70, Bata Bata Paano Ka Ginawa, and Gapo. She also has this Buwan Hulugan Mo Ako ng Sundang. This piece is sort of absurd. This short story shows how far a parent could sacrifice themselves for their child despite their incompetency. It also reflects the weakness of the two parents, which led the story to a tragic end. That's all. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you, ma'am.